What is up, y'all? Welcome back to 9 to 5 Gamers, and today we are going through our top 100, and this time we're going to be doing our 40 through 30. We are getting very close to the end of this list, but nonetheless, I'm super excited for all of these games. I could say that I like all the games in my top 100. They're all great games, but I feel like once we start getting past the 40 range is where we really start getting into the higher games in my list. And so without further ado, let's get into this. But before that, just don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and check out our memberships, man. We already have 4 members. That was 8. But right now, everybody who comes in as a member right now is getting access to everything, no matter what tier you're in. So go ahead and join us. So anyways, with all that skipped over, let's go ahead and get into this list. My number 40 is a game that you guys have probably seen on my channel, games that I just love to hate on, and I'm gonna disclaimer, I don't hate this game. I said that in the previous video when I brought it up. I don't hate the game. I actually like the game. I just don't think it was as highly rated as most people were saying, and that is Earth. So Earth is an amazing game. It reminds me a little bit of Wingspan, but for me, I like the trees and the flowers and the plants and stuff like that. I find that theme a little interesting, and it's got animals and stuff in it. But Wingspan is still a great game, just not one that I'm always looking to play. But Earth is really fun. I can definitely tell you this is a great game. It's a game you're gonna want. The last list that I made was awesome games that I love to hate on, and this just happened to be one of them. But I'm just trying to knock it down a peg because I feel like there's a lot of hype, and I feel like people end up being disappointed. A lot of people in the comment section were saying that, like, oh my gosh, I thought this was going to be super good, and then when I got it, it was a little not as good, but it's still a great game. And so people who made Earth, you guys did a fantastic job. This is a great game. That's why it's my number 40. And it's like a engine builder, tableau builder. It's pretty cool. I really like this game. I think Earth is phenomenal. Next game on my list is, Cryptid. If you guys have never played this, this is a deduction game, pure deduction, not social deduction where you're trying to find a person. This is deduction in the sense where everybody is given a clue and everybody's looking for the cryptid. It's like a little monster. It doesn't actually exist on the map. It's a figment of our imaginations at that point. But everybody is given a clue, and it'll say something like the cryptid is not within 2 spaces of a water space. So one person has that info, and they have to try to figure out, okay, so it can't be in any of these spots, but everybody else has a different clue, so you're trying to figure out what everybody else's clue is, so that way you can find the cryptid. If you like logic deduction, this is a great game. So if you like games like Search for Planet X, if you like Turing Machine, games like that are pure logic deduction, Cryptid is for you. I really enjoyed this game. I did not think that it was going to be bad. I didn't think it was going to be that great, but it ended up being a phenomenal game. Next, after Cryptid, and the Crew Mission Deep Sea. I do like, for me, Crew Mission Deep Sea is obviously the better one. But for me, I found the space one. I'm one of those fringe people that was like, I preferred the space one, the Search for Planet 9. But they're both great games. It's just a trick-taking game, but it's like silent, so you can't communicate with one another. But you are playing cooperatively and trying to win tricks, but you have to win specific tricks. So it's like this person has to win the yellow 5, that person has to win the pink 4, and I have to win a trick, the first trick of all the tricks that we play. And so it's like little goals and things like that. I think Mission Crew Deep Sea has the better system and setup because they learned from the first one. But I just really like the theme of the last one, and I love the little logbook because it actually felt like you were in space. This one, I didn't really get the whole like submarine theming as I was playing through it, at least not at the beginning. But yeah, it just felt a little bit okay. But it plays 3 to 5 players. It's really good. If you've never played The Crew, that is a game worth diving into. Anyways, let's go to our next one. This is our number 37, and it's a game called Beast. Beast has slowly been climbing up the ranks in my collection, in my top 100, because it is truly a great game. I know there was a lot of people who dogged it and said it wasn't that good, but I don't understand that. It is a great game. If you've never played any of the those hidden movement games like Mind MGMT, things like that, Beast is a really, really good hidden movement game. I really enjoy it. There's a lot of great ones out there: Mind MGMT, Sniper Elite, Scotland Yard. What was the vampire one? I forgot. There's Whitechapel, which is that one's themed around Jack the Ripper, so it might not be the best theme for you if you don't enjoy that type of stuff, playing as a murderer. But Beast is really cool. You're hunting down a beast. One player plays as the beast. The other three players play as hunters, and you have special abilities. There's card drafting, just like in Blood Rage. So if you like the mechanic of that in Blood Rage, but this is really cool because you're kind of searching out this big old monster and trying to attack it and do damage to it and kill it before the game ends. And I really enjoy Beast, and the theme is phenomenal. So we'll go ahead and put that off to the side there. Beast, my number 37. My number 36, which is actually really funny that we happen to mention that because Mind MGMT has ended up being my 36. So I actually prefer Mind MGMT over Beast. I wouldn't even say I'm in the minority. I am the only person in my friend group who enjoys this more than Beast, because everybody loves Beast. But Mind MGMT for me is just such a smoother experience, quicker, easy to set up, and all of that matters in board gaming. That's why when I do my reviews, I always include the setup, the teach, and things like that, because some people are like, well, why score those? Why score a game based off that? Because those things matter. If a game takes a long time to set up, you will never play it. It will spend all the time on your shelf because that matters in a game. So with that said, Mind MGMT is another hidden movement game, super easy to play, and I really, really enjoy it, and it's got so much replayability. I think Beast has a lot of replayability as well, but I feel like this one has more just because of all the modules it comes with. But anyways, that is my number 36. That is Beast. Mind MGMT. My number 35 is a game that is not here because I let a friend borrow it and I have not gotten it back, but that's okay. They can use it as long as they want, but it's just not going to be here for my list, and that is Catan. Catan is such an amazing game, and if you've never played it, this game is a classic. Man, that is a classic. I honestly didn't even realize how old the game was until I realized that it was like made in like 1995, and I was like, man, this game is from 1995? That's crazy. Honestly, this board game might be older than some of the people in the hobby at this point. But it is a great game. If you've never played it, grab yourself a copy of Catan, man. If you can find a cheap copy of it, I think they retail at like maybe $40-50, maybe 60. But if you can get a regular version of Classic Catan, I love Classic Catan. I haven't played all the other Catans, which I'm sure make the game even better. Some of them do, some have not. But I love Catan, love playing it. Play it with my friend group all the time when we have the time. But Catan is great. Number 35. Number 34, Quest for El Dorado. If you've never played this is a racing deck builder. The goal of the game is to just get to El Dorado before everybody else does, but in order to do that, you have to play cards from your hand, and the cards have either blue, yellow, or green on them, and if you play a blue card, you can move to a blue space, green space, and so on and so forth. It's a little more complicated than that, but for the basic gist of it, that's how you move across the map. It's very easy to play, but the deck building aspect of it is so fun. And then you get to buy cards from a market, and then whoever can get to the end first wins. It's super fun. I thought this is one of those games that people were like, oh, Quest for El Dorado, you gotta play it. And I was like, it looks okay, but I'll try it. It looks complicated, but when I played it, I was like, yo, this game's great. I can understand why. That is becoming a modern classic. But that is my number 34. Number 33 is kind of representative, I guess, of a lot of other games, but in reality, Unmatched is an amazing system, and Cobble and Fog, from all the Unmatched that I've played, is my absolute favorite, man. The theme of it, I love the that you have those monsters like Dracula, Jekyll and Hyde, Invisible Man, Sherlock Holmes, and who does it come with? I forgot his name, Dr. Watson. But yeah, this game is so much fun, man, and I love the map that it comes with, and it's so simple and easy to play. And I love games like that. Like as I as I'm getting deeper into the hobby, because again, I haven't been here as long as a lot of the other people have. There are some gamers out there that they've been playing board games for the last like 15, 20 years. They have a lot of experience under the belt. I really just started during the pandemic, but I'm starting to see why I'm valuing the idea of games that are quick to get out and play, easy to teach, because the vast majority of people that I play with, that's the type of gamers that are around me, are people who need something that's easy and quick to play. But I love Unmatched. Great system. It's just a card battling game where you have cards, you play cards to move, you play cards to do events and things like that, and you play cards to attack each other. And the whole thing is a skirmish game where you're just smacking each other until you wipe each other off the map. Really great game. I love Unmatched, especially Cobble and Fog. And I'm looking forward to getting all the Marvel ones because I hear those are really good as well. Number 32 is a gigantic roll and write, or flip and write, epic roll and write. No, this is definitely a roll and write because it's got all the dice, and that is Twilight Inscription. I still haven't played Twilight Imperium, so as far as making the comparison between the two, couldn't do it. From what I've heard from other people, and again, a lot of times when you hear from people, including myself, you have to take it with a grain of salt, because some people just, will say their opinion, and it's very subjective. And I think you can speak objectively about games, you know what I mean? But Twilight Inscription, just to me, is a great game. I really enjoy playing it. From what I hear, is that it's not like Twilight Imperium. I haven't played Twilight Imperium. But I hear Twilight Inscription is just a cool roll and write version of that. But it's not going to give you the same play experience, but it is a very cool roll and write. I enjoy this as a roll and write. Very heavy. You're looking at a complexity of like probably a 3 or 4 at least. But it's super good, man. I really enjoy it, and I like the marker boards, and it comes with like orange chalk markers to write on the purple boards. It's super aesthetically pleasing, and it is a really fun game. And that was my number 32. And last but not least, my 31 is a little roll and write game called Fleet, the dice game. I love Fleet. Even though it's not as highly ranked as a lot of the other, maybe some of the other roll and writes, I think Hadrian's Wall is probably a little higher ranked than this, because Hadrian's Wall is just amazing. But I just love Fleet, man. 30-minute game, plays up to 4 people, and you just are fishing and collecting boating licenses and going out and fishing and catching fish, and you can build up. There's so many different ways to build up and gain points, and you're just trying to, and you can play it solo. You're just trying to get the most points out of everybody you're playing with, and you're just rolling dice. It's cool, and it's got some mitigation and stuff, bonuses, comboing. Oh my gosh, Fleet is phenomenal. I feel that Fleet, out of all the games that they have produced, I believe it was Matt Riddle, right? Matt Riddle and Ben Pinchback. Out of all the games that they've produced thus far, Fleet is my absolute favorite. Three Sisters is really, really good. I still need to play Motor City, but the thing that's been putting me off is that it's been ranked lower than those. Than the other two, and I don't know if it's one of those things where it's like it's lower ranked, but I'm gonna play it and then maybe I'll like it more, possibly. But from what I hear, it's not as good or well received as these are. But maybe not. Maybe it's just as good or maybe better. But I need to play Motor City, and I just ordered French Quarter. I think it's called the French Quarter, which is their, I think, 4th one that they've created. And I'm excited to get that one for the Kickstarter, man. And so that is it for my top 10 from my top 100. This was my 40 through 31. Let me know in the comments section, what did y'all think of this set of games? What are your favorites out of these games? Which ones have you played? Which ones haven't you played? And if there are any that you haven't played, talk to me in the comment section about it. I'll let you know some more details. Ask me anything. I am an open book. And that's pretty much it, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, and check out memberships. We'll see you guys later. Catch you on the flippity flip. Peace out.